Well, fellas, Snoop Dogg has his own college football bowl.
What does he not have?
I know. Well, my number, unfortunately. And it happened this past Saturday, and that is our first hot topic, brought to you by Walton Arts Center. So it was the first kind of game of its kind, and the rapper served as leading sponsor. And like other college football bowl games, Snoop Dogg signed a partnership agreement with the Arizona Bowl to be the bowl game title and presenting sponsor. Snoop said, quote, "It's time that we get back to the roots of college football when it was focused on the colleges, the players, and the competition, the community, the fan experience, and the pageantry." You're so right. What does this guy not have? What can't he do? I love him.
Where's Martha? I want to know.
Yeah, because they're like besties.
She's going to get a bowl, too.
She's going to get a bowl.
She is.
He's so right. You know, with everybody focused on other things like playoffs,
Right.
NIL deals, players hitting the portal and all of that. To focus.
Too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Right.
So to just focus on the athletes in the game.
I agree.
I love it. Way to go, Snoop. Well, after months of TLC, Rome's iconic Trevi Fountain is back and ready for visitors just in time for the Jubilee year.
Oh, how exciting.
That's right. This is one of my favorite places in all the world. Tourists can once again toss coins over their shoulders, keeping the tradition alive that promises a return trip to the Eternal City. The $341,000 restoration cleaned up limestone buildup and waterproofed the basin, ensuring the Baroque beauty shines for years to come. Now, new rules are also in place, so if you head there, there's no sitting, eating, or drinking near the fountain. But don't worry, there's still plenty of room for wishes. Have you guys ever seen the Trevi Fountain?
Only on TV.
Yeah.
We're not as like world.
Oh my gosh,
cool.
Jason. I've seen the fountain at the mall.
Yeah. I think I saw it in the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Look, this is an iconic place. You have to go there if you get a chance. But I have to be honest, I don't remember what I wished for. I know I threw something over my shoulder.
What if you wished for the best co-host in the world?
And I got
you
wish
got
come
it.
true.
Wish granted.
You guys can do it without.
Okay. Well, okay, I love this. So two family films dominated the holiday box office this week, with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 winning the three-day weekend over Mufasa just by a blue hair. Sonic 3 earned a whopping $38 million, while Mufasa brought in $37.1 million.
Ooh,
so
close.
it really was just by a hair.
Yeah.
Now, on a normal weekend, the winner would be somewhat clear, but since the Christmas holiday fell on Wednesday, right? The studios look at two sets of numbers, the 5-day earnings and the 3-day weekend earnings.
Okay.
Now, the vampire horror Nosferatu also debuted fairly triumphantly. It landed in third place with $21.2 million. And I read somewhere that this was like one of the best films in this genre for Christmas box office.
Rated R movies, number one, you limit your audience.
Right.
And number two, like coming out right on Christmas
Yeah.
Day. That's
What a
where
move.
we saw it, Christmas Day in the theater. It was great. I thought it
Yes.
was great. It's not for everyone, though. It's a slow movie.
That's
it?
okay.
Okay.
Eggers is okay. Even the Northman that he came out with was kind of
Very
slow.
slow. So
Right.
don't expect like, whoa, blah, I'm not what I do.
Right.
It's very, very chill.
Did you see Sonic 3?
I did. And
Yeah.
it was not chill, but awesome.
Yeah.
So much fun. I mean, those movies are great.
Got to go
Yeah,
fast.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Super fun. We saw it with the family yesterday. Totally worth it. Yeah. Well, Pablo Picasso's lesser-known talent as a printmaker is taking center stage at the British Museum in London. So check this one out, guys. The new exhibition is called Picasso Printmaker, and it features over 80 prints highlighting his journey from his first etching, which is called the Frugal Meal during his Blue period, to experimental works created just 2 years before his death. Visitors can explore pieces from Picasso's famous Vuillard suite and his groundbreaking Linocut prints. The show reveals how Picasso constantly evolved his style. If you want to check this one out, the exhibition runs through March 30th of 2025 at the British Museum. So anybody who's heading across the pond, make sure you take this one in.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was going there the other day.
Yeah,
So
I guess
yeah, might
we're
as
going
well.
to head on there.
Let's celebrate New Year.
No, it's really cool, though, to see how his style evolved, kind of like they were saying. That's
absolutely.
really cool.
I love it.
Well, with just days to go until the infamous ball drop in New York Times Square to mark the start of the new year, finishing touches were being made on Friday to the iconic New Year's Eve ball, and rapper Pitbull placed the
Mr. Worldwide.
He placed the last triangular segment that makes up the giant ball, which will tower over New York's famous square as crowds ring in the new year. Now, it's 12 feet in diameter, weighs just 6 tons, right? That's it. It's got 2,688 crystal triangles all over it, and also 32,000 LEDs that create a kaleidoscope of colors. So it's exciting.
Very exciting. I had no idea it was that big. When you see it on television, or
It just
even
looks like a little.
it just looks like a little
tiny ball.
That's right. Yeah, and look how big it is.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, big boy right there. Well, get ready to step into a whole new world of Broadway magic. Sticking with stories in New York, the Museum of Broadway has extended Disney on Broadway 30 Years of Magic for one extra week in the new year. So if you're headed up there for New Year's Eve, this is one you want to take in. An exclusive exhibit created in partnership with Disney Theatrical Group celebrates 3 decades of unforgettable musicals, from The Lion King and Frozen to Mary Poppins, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Newsies. Fans can relive their favorite moments and see rare artifacts close up. So don't miss your chance to create and have a magical experience before it disappears on January the 5th. So that is on
The clock
Saturday.
is
Yeah,
ticking.
man.
So if you're headed there, for New Year, maybe to take in that ball drop, you want to check this one out.
For
Disney on
sure. Okay,
Broadway.
do you have a favorite Disney Broadway show?
Oh, I got to say The Lion King.
Same,
We're looking
me
at clips
too.
right
I
there.
just-
It is
too
pretty
beautiful.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's breathtaking.
It's really good. And I saw Aladdin about 2 years ago. And
Yeah.
it was also really, I was very surprised because you already know all the songs.
Yes.
Right, yeah,
But the
yeah,
way
yeah.
they do the genie just
He's incredible, right?
incredible.
Oh.
Whichever actors, I know they've had several now,
Right.
but whoever they have, man, the audition process must be grueling because the person on stage is amazing.
And I always forget that Newsies is Disney.
Oh, I know, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm
Great
ready
shows.
for.
Yeah.
I love that one. Yeah.
Well, this is, I think, really cute. So staff at UK's Chester Zoo have bred tiny Desertus Island land snails and returned them to the wild on a small Portuguese island. So working in conjunction with experts at the UK Bristol Zoo and the Beauvais Zoo in France, over 1,300 snails have been reintroduced after being saved from the edge of extinction. What's really interesting is that people thought that this snail had totally disappeared.
It was on a slippery slope.
Exactly. They hadn't really been recorded as living for about 100 years, but a team of experts found a small number of them living on this remote island in the Madeira archipelago in North Atlantic Ocean, and they were brought to the conservation program, and they're thought to be the last of their kind on the planet.
I mean, how
So-
random to just that's a tiny thing to stumble on. You're just like,
Right.
well, look at there.
Yeah.
Let's
Look, there
repopulate.
those guys are. Yeah,
I
it's
love it.
exciting stuff. Well,
Great